in this first of all, we will understand about the particle. We will understand about the particles. That means a particle is ideally a just quantity. A particle is ideally a just a quantity of matter having practically no linear dimension. Having practically no linear dimension, but possesses only a position. But possesses only a position. Only a position. Only a position. That means a particle is ideally just a quantity of matter having practically no linear dimensions but possesses only a position. The measure of this quantity, the measure of this quantity, the measure of this quantity of matter being the mass of the particle, of matter being the mass of the particle, Now we have understood about the particle. Now let's understand about the event. This means an event stands for anything that occurs suddenly or instantaneously at a point in space. It thus involves both a position and time occurrence. That means events. An event stands for anything that occurs suddenly. Anything that occurs suddenly. Or instantaneously at a point. In space. It thus involves both position and time of occurrence. Both a position and time of occurrence. That means events. This is a space. This means that when the event occurs in space, it includes both the time and the position of the event and the position of the events. Okay? Now we have understood about the observer. Now we have understood about the event. After this, you will understand about the observer. Observers. एक मिनट सॉरी observer. A person or an equipment. A person or an equipment. An equipment. A person or an equipment that can locate, record, measure and interpret an event is called an observer. It's called observer. That means this is a person. Or any equipment. It means that a person or thing records an event, measures it and explains it. We call his observer. Now let's read its next topic in the next video. Thank you.